To create a new classroom, the first thing you would do is you would go to your Rubik's Cube, and you would, if it's not there, go to More, but it should be there for you. And you're going to go to Classroom. And you're going to see a plus sign up at the top. And you're going to click on that plus sign, and you are going to create a class. Okay. I'm using a classroom at school. I don't know if that's going to pop up for you because we're at school. This was my personal account. But now it says to create a class. So I'm just going to put test class. Section 1, you could leave that blank if you want. Subject, or math. And you do not have to use the ones they have there. And I am room C20. Okay, so once you fill in what you want there, you're going to press create. And it's going to take a minute, but it should hopefully create my class. And there you do. So they're going to give you some directions when you first do it. I'm going to get rid of that for now. But I'm sure you are not a photography class, so you want to make a new theme. You can upload your own photo, or you can select from some themes that they already have in Google Classroom itself. So I am definitely looking here and see math and science. I'll just go with some math tools, I guess. And voila, there it is. We have our theme. Okay. So now that we have our class and we have our theme, you're going to see up at the top that there's a stream. This is where you're going to communicate with your class. You can talk with them. You can make comments. Students, if you allow it, can talk with each other. Classwork, this is where you're going to put your assignments. So anytime you're going to create an assignment, you will press create. And there's also a calendar just for your class so your kids can stay organized. You can always click on that to see what is scheduled in your calendar. Okay, there's also a folder that will be in your drive now that is going to be titled your class. And then you are going to see people, and this is where you will add your students to the class. And you can also add co-teachers if you are an inclusion class and you have someone teaching with you. Before we do that, though, I want to just go into settings. And your class details are all here that you filled in before. But you'll notice here that it says class code. You can display this code huge on the board for the kids. I love that. This way, you don't have to upload all of their emails. They could just type in this code and join the class, and I'm going to show you how a student would do that in a second. Okay, but what I did was I went to settings, and then I go to general, and I could go to display. I could copy it. I can put it on my website. I can reset it to a new code, or I could disable it altogether. Okay, now stream here, it's important to decide what you want to do. So students can post and comment. That means a student can actually start a conversation. I do, in my class, I have students can only comment. I don't want them starting anything. I will ask the question and usually allow them to comment. It's really great for digital citizenship, though, that they do talk with each other a little bit. I always have them reply to two classmates with good manners, and I give some examples, and I'll show you my classroom in a little bit. Or you could have that only teachers can post and students cannot comment at all. But I think, in today's digital age, we're best off to have it that they can comment, and you'll just have to moderate it. Show deleted items. Only teachers can view deleted items. If you want that, you would just turn that on. Also in the settings, I'm now in my school account. On the very bottom, you will see that it says Guardian Summaries. You could see an example of what a Guardian Summary is. That means that a parent would get an email, either daily or weekly, about any assignments that the student has or perhaps they are missing. So it depends on how you set that up. But if we go back to our classroom, If you want parents to be able to join your classroom, you don't want to give them the code like a child, because then they can get in the classroom, they can comment and start talking. So never give out that code that I showed you earlier today. But instead, what you would do is you would turn on Guardian Summaries. So it would say, add class to Guardian email summaries. Guardians receive a summary of their students' work and class announcements. See example, which we just did. So we would add all the classes you teach to Guardian email summaries. I am not doing that yet. I'm actually thinking about starting to use that, but because I'm not always posting every assignment on there, I'm not at this time. But if you are ready to do that, then I would say once you're all set up, you should press add to class. So you know what? You press save. And that's how we set up the classroom.